Group 4 chose to create our composition about anxiety and how to replicate it through music. Because this is something that everybody in our group experiences and also something that everybody in the world experiences, it was relatively easy to work towards translating this into a composition through various beats and noises. To aid in capturing this feeling, the three elements of music focused on rhythm and how unique subdivisions can create an erratic sounding composition, texture, and how the unevenness of such can capture dread and add to an uneasiness, and how harmony, or lack therefore of, is key to creating unpredictability in both this piece and representing it through our daily lives.
By two beats. The two beats in our piece are from us running down the stairs in order to get to class on time. Our whole composition is meant to evoke nervousness for college students. Therefore, the irregular subdivisions make the composition erratic, not soothing. To begin, the sound of the doors opening and closing are meant to convey the busy transition between classes, with the sound of the notebook being plopped down and the scrambling through pages signals the anticipated arrival to class. And lastly, the clicking of the pen states the beginning of the class or the lecture, where the student is ready to start the notes, which is followed by the sound bite, which shows what goes on in every student's head when they don't understand the lecture. In the end, the irregular subdivisions help show how erratic the life of a college student can be.
The texture in our project varies between thick and thin textures, but starts with only one consistent footstep sound with a simple rhythm and adds in doors opening and closing throughout the piece. The door opening and closing sound was given a much deeper timbre to introduce the feeling of fear and anxiety in our composition. This somewhat unpredictable element also adds a sense of instability. This feeling grows towards the end with a pen clicking to represent all the notes college students write daily, a chair being pulled out, a deeper and more solid footstep to represent a deeper feeling of anxiety, and a notebook being flipped open. While all of these sounds individually are very thin, they all add up together to further increase the instability and anxiety, similar to how many small assignments can add up to a seemingly unclimbable mountain of work. The piece at this point has a thick, crowded, and chaotic feeling, which closes with a soundbite that perfectly encapsulates the bottled up, anxious feelings of a college student flowing out in a dramatic fashion.
Harmony is the sound of two or more notes being heard at the same time. In our piece, there is dissonance in certain parts and not much organization. The final soundbite interrupts whatever loose coordination there was. As the piece plays, it gets more chaotic and completely disordered to symbolize a typical college student falling behind with the pile of work they need to get done. This composition has lack of order, which communicates worry and tension in relation to students. For example, as you listen to the piece, the footsteps are repetitive with unexpected sounds such as the door opening and closing, the pen clicking, and the second recording of the steps playing over the first, and the chair being pulled out with pages flipping, which makes the piece dissonant.